Hello everyone. Welcome back. I accidentally crashed Ship of Ocarina while I was in between the things. I was messing around with the message thing here. And I input an invalid ID and it crashed it. It was kind of amazing. So it was really funny. Oh, there's a no clip feature. How does that work? Alright. Interesting. I've never actually used the no clip feature there, so I was kind of curious. Also, you can like hookshot everything. You know, have infinite of stuff. If I wasn't using modded, I could like modify the colors of things. There's audio, like, you know, you can like modify like audio stuff. Like I could come into here, for example. We're on Zora's Domain, right? So then I could be like, I want cloud tops. Or if I want Zora's Domain to use the Lincoln Man at the Beach theme. I love the fact that you can do this. It's so cool. Do, 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 do. Well, of course, I can always just reset it. You know? Just fine. But yeah, I mean, you can go in and have all kinds of fun. You know, I could make my Yawn. She's been doing Yawn a lot. I could do this. It's fun. Anyway, we have a prescription. Ooh, this is, well, eye drops. You might say we have them, you might say we don't. We do have the ingredients. We take the ingredients to the doctor at the Lake Laboratory. He can make the drops for you. But you need to deliver them fresh. Can you make it before they spoil? Eyeball Frog. We can deliver it to Lake Hylia while it's cold. This should be a little easier than normal because we have the bunny hood. That should make getting through some of this a little faster. But yeah, the nice thing about the Ship of Harkinian is that the more that they work on it, the more like customizable it becomes. And they've got a lot of fun like customizations that you can already do. And they are like adding more. So get on the horse. So we have a minute and 40 to get to Lake Hylia, basically. And I'm assuming that Epona is faster than the Bunny Hood. But even if she wasn't, if I can jump these fences over here, that will save, like, more time. Like that. And luckily, you know, we're just getting over to the laboratory here, so we've got 50 seconds to spare. But yes, this is vastly easier when you have freaking Epona. Hello there, lass. I'm researching the process of making medicine by mixing Lake Hylia's water with various unusual compounds. Must have met that old lady from the potion shop. It's like a student of mine. Oh wow. Haven't seen an eyeball frog like this since Zor's domain froze over. Those eyeballs are so delicious. Tonight I will cook fried eyeballs for the first time in a long time. Such great stuff. Please say thank you to King Zora. Eh? What? It's her for making Big Goron's eye drops? Oh, how disappointing. Should have said so in the first place. Here it is. Medicine doesn't have any preservatives in it, so it won't last long at this temperature. Run as fast as you can to Death Mountain. You're young. You can do it. Traded the eyeball frog for the world's finest eye drops. Hurry, take them to be gone before they go bad. Now we have 4 minutes. And we have to get all the way over to Death Mountain and all the way to the top of Death Mountain in that short of period of time. I don't know why Epona had a fit just there. Whoop. Whoop. It is really funny though that they give you 4 minutes because it's roughly the same distance. What the frick? Did you see that shadow that just went by? What the frick was that? Whatever it was a gigantic, like, box shadow. So I don't know what it was. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Getting through Kakariko and over to Dodongo's cavern will be a little easier than usual because of the bunny hood, which is nice. And then, once we're at Dodongo's Cavern, all we have to do is take the plant. This is why I planted this. Technically, this is also so that you can get up to the Piece of Heart. But I don't particularly need... Yeah, I didn't particularly, need that. Normally, I would just have used the backflip glitch. I don't know that it's a glitch. But normally I would have done the backflip trick from the bomb flower. But I'm pretty sure I tried it and it didn't work. Yeah, it didn't aim right. But then I didn't feel like doing it all over again, so I just flew up there. Oh yeah, 1 minute. Still had a whole minute left. Really? You brought the eye drops. I'm so relieved. I'm going to use them right now. Alright, it's not playing that cutscene, which is sad because it's really funny. Whoa! This is stimulating. It's working great. Now I can get back to my blade business. My work is not very consistent, so I'll give this to you so you won't forget. After a few days, please return. Just wait patiently. The Goron sword. You got a claim check for it. Can't wait for the sword to be completed. Who says I need to wait? I don't need to wait. Actually, before I go doing all of this, let me check and see if I have the speed up for this turned on or not. I actually am not seeing the speed up. Oh yeah, Begoron Forge time, 3 days. I'm just gonna turn that down so that I'm not having to do this multiple times. It saves both of us time, you know? There. I would have set it to 0, but I don't know how the game would have reacted to that. That sword is my finest work. Handed in the claim check and got the Begoron sword. This blade was forged by a master smith and won't break. Yay! Whoops. But it's not just the Begoron. It's not just the Begoron sword, though. It's the Begoron Axe. I think that's what people usually call this kind of guitar. But yes, it's the Begoron guitar. And I love it. Hilariously, your back slot item never actually changes, though. It's always the Master Sword until you draw the freaking Begoron sword. That said, I do have two-handed shield on. So I can use the Begoron sword and shield. Because, you know, I can still hold it. Like, I feel like this makes sense. Like, I can still hold it with one hand, I just can't swing it, you know? Like, it makes sense to me. Like, yeah, it takes 2 hands to swing the freaking two-handed sword, but I can still hold it in one hand while I block with a shield, you know? Plus, it just makes some of the game easier. I was gonna say, really? I can't freaking hit the thing? The bunny hood, it would make this difficult. But it's alright. We got it. Aw, I can't do that. That doesn't actually work. It doesn't blow up close enough to him to actually register. So that's unfortunate. Gosh dang it. I hate this part. Trying to freaking deal with this stupid Goron. Like, you thought throwing the bomb at Big Goron was difficult? Freaking... Try throwing the bomb at this tiny target, you know? Especially because he can, like, get a speed boost to go the other way if he hits you like that. Frickin' heck. I hate this. I hate this guy. If they really do an Ocarina of Time R type thing, I hope they just get rid of this guy altogether. But I hate trying to freaking do this. And it's even worse when you're like using the bomb flowers because they have longer of a delay than the normal bombs. But like, freaking, what am I gonna do? You know, if I use up all freaking 30 of my bombs. Huh? Like, it blew up right there. Right where he was. He was in the explosion. Bomb shoe! What? It hit him and blew up. Bomb shoe! How could you do this to me? You're Ganondorf's servant. Hear my name and tremble. I am Miku, hero of the Gorons. Sir? What? Your name is also Miku? Then you must be the legendary Dodongo Buster and hero Miku. My dad is Darunia. Do you remember him? Dad named me Miku after you because you're so brave. It's a cool name. I really like it. Miku, you're a hero to us Gorons. I'm so glad to meet you. Please give me your autograph. Sign it to my friend Miku of the Gorons. Oh, I guess it's not a good time to ask you for this. Please help everyone. My dad Darunia went to the fire temple. A dragon is inside. If we don't hurry up, even my dad will be eaten by the dragon. Better try to calm him down if you can. Maybe he will calm down if you talk to him. A long time ago, there was an evil dragon named Volvagia living in this mountain. That dragon was very scary. He ate Gorons. Using a huge hammer, they hurled the Gorons. Boom! Destroyed it just like that. This is a myth from long ago, but it's true. I know, because my dad is a descendant of the hero. Everybody was taken to the fire temple. While my dad was out, Ganondorf's followers came and took them all away. All of them will be eaten by Volvagia. Dad said that Ganondorf has revived Volvagia. As a warning to those who might oppose him, Ganondorf is going to feed them all to Volvagia. Dad went to the fire temple all by himself to try to save everyone. Please help, Miku. I'll give you this heat-resistant tunic. You got a Goron tunic. Heat-resistant tunic is adult size, so it won't fit a kid. Going to a hot place? No worry. So, there is a way to skip him, from what I have heard. I don't remember the exact mechanic, but there's a way to skip him. And hilariously enough, if you skip him and you don't get the Goron tunic here from him, you can literally never get the Goron tunic ever again at any other point in the game. And I didn't believe it. I was like, that doesn't seem right. Like, you should be able to go to, like, the shop, right? And buy the Goron tunic there. But, and I don't remember the exact specifics, but apparently, like, if you don't get the Goron tunic there, then you also can't get the Goron tunic, like, at the shop. For some reason. I don't remember the exact specifics. It is something that grows over time. A true friendship. A feeling in the heart that becomes even stronger over time. The passion of friendship will soon blossom into a righteous power, and through it, you will know which way to go. The song is dedicated to the power of the heart. Listen to the bolero of fire. Bolero! Miku, I'll see you again. Fire? Poof! Oh, this is where the other one is. That's right. I forgot. there's this one. The bean. Like, there's a bean thing here. So actually, yeah, up until now, I wouldn't have been able to do any more magic beans. I've done all of the magic beans. But I could now officially do that magic bean if I wanted. I'm not gonna though. Well, not right now. I'm gonna do the fire temple first, obviously. But, you know, since we're here. Who's there? Is that you, Miku? Oh, it really is Miku. You've grown so big since I last saw you. I want to have a man-to-woman talk with you, but now's not the time. Ganondorf is causing trouble on Death Mountain again. He's revived the evil ancient dragon Volvagia. On top of that, he's going to feed my people to that evil dragon as a warning to other races that might resist him. If that fire-breathing dragon escaped from the mountain, all of Hyrule will become a burning wasteland. I will go on ahead to try to seal up the evil dragon. I'm concerned, though, because I don't have the legendary hammer. But I have no choice. Miku, I'm asking you to do this with my sworn sister. While I'm trying to deal with the dragon, please save my people. The prisoners' cells are in the opposite direction. I'm counting on you, Miku. I mean, you could have at least saved one dude. Like, that's what makes me laugh, is like, this dude is right here. So you could have at least saved this guy. He's right there. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? I'll tell you a secret for saving me. In order to get into the room where the Rudio went, you have to do something about the pillar stuck in the ceiling. Find a path that leads to a room above the ceiling right away. Also, you don't have to talk to any of them. Found a small key. Like, they're literally... It's literally unnecessary. You can just grab the chest and leave. If you don't talk to them, like, the game doesn't care. They just move on when you leave the map. Yay! Fairy! You frick! Ah, and you frick too! Grab 2 of those fairies. Oh well. I'm definitely gonna want my bunny hood here because there are some precarious jumps that are better if you have the speed and worse if you have the speed. So I will be wanting to shift back and forth between speed and no speed regularly. This is a dead end. No, it's not. Da-na-na-na. It's the other way that's maybe a dead end. Maybe a dead end? Here's a secret for saving me. A wall that you can destroy with Goron's special crop will sound different than a regular wall if you hit it with your sword. Cool. There's like 2 points that they actually use that mechanic in this dungeon. No, there's something up here, but I can never remember what. Might just be a Skulltula. It is, yes. Just a Skulltula.
Oh,
63. Alright. Again, whatever. It's fine. I mean, if that's not obvious, I don't know what is. Small key. Yes, yada yada yada. The switch is a symbol that you have to cut to activate, but you can also use the Goron special crop to do the job. Bye, I'm leaving now. I guess this is just my Goron voice. Because this is the voice I've done for all of them now. So I guess I'm just gonna keep doing this voice. I'm not even sure what this voice is, but it's what I've decided Goron sound like now. Nico B does like a Jamaican accent for it. Like, hey, what's happening, mom? This is what Goron sound like. It's just a thing that he did like when he played Ocarina of Time. And now, like, every game that the Gorons have appeared in since, he's just done that. It's just funny. I don't know. But there was no, like, point to that. That's, you know, what he does, and it's funny to me. It's wild how the health on those things work. It's like one hit from the Bigoron sword, like, knocks them down to 0 HP. But then, like, you have to deliver, like, a killing blow afterwards. Like, it's just weird. Where the frick? I don't remember it being all the way on the edge. But whatever. Really, game? The fire was gone. Like, there was no fire. But yet, there was fire. For some reason. Like, what? This part can get confusing if you have free cam on. Because then it doesn't, like, focus down. And this temple are doors to fall down when you try to open them. When one of those doors starts to fall, move. If you just have all the go on special crop, you can break it. I'm like side mouth talking. To like make that like to do that like voice. I'm like talking through like the side of my mouth. It's a weird thing. I don't know how else to explain it. But it's what I'm doing to make this voice. I will say, like, the difference between, like, when I do the voice and, like, hear what, like, what it sounds like to me, and, like, what it sounds like on, like, the recording, you know? Like, the difference is, like, shocking. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? Let me tell you a secret. While you're on fire, you can put it out by swinging your sword or by rolling forward. Did you know that? The fire doesn't last long enough for that to, like, matter. Unless there's some, like, extra fire mechanic that does last longer. And I've just never seen it, but... like, the being on fire mechanic really doesn't last at all. So... bonk. I think this is the dungeon map. Yep. It's the dungeon map. I would love if somebody made, like, me, you know? Like a custom model of, like, me. I don't know where I would even, like, start with, you know, like, I don't even know, like, where to start with, like, looking into, like, the possibility of, like, commissioning something like that. But I would love it, and if somebody did, I would be all for it. Whoops. Oh. It's a small key. Somewhere in this temple, you're sort of made up with some creatures that dance as they attack. Arrows won't hurt them. I think you might need some of that Goron special crop. That's all I have to tell you. Huh? That's not how you deal with them at all, though. Huh? Wait, is that like a thing? You can just, like, throw a bomb at them? I'm so confused by that. Like, that's... I've never fought the flare dancers that way. I didn't even know that was a thing you could do. Like... find a place that you can see on the map but can't reach. Try playing your Ocarina. I mean, you're making the assumption that I picked up the freaking Scarecrow song. Which is really funny to me, like, they say that, right? But the idea is like, oh, it's because of the Scarecrow song. But like, the assumption is that I even created a Scarecrow song. And the answer is that the automatic Scarecrow song appears to be a randomizer thing. So, whoops, because I was there and I didn't do anything with it because I thought it was an automatic thing. It's just like just one of the like options. I didn't realize that that's a rando only feature. Or if it's, or like if it is available, I guess I don't have that option turned on right now. So heck yeah, Bunny Hood. That made that much easier. Not that it mattered. 200 rupees. Look at it. Why is it always just 200 rupees? Again, you don't use money in the game. And this is a problem that all Zelda games have. Like, the money in the game is treated as if you were playing like an RPG. You know, like a turn-based like RPG. But that's not, like, the game isn't a turn-based RPG. Boy, I sure do love having those hover boots. Sometimes the bunny hood is just too much. Freaking fire maze, man. Boy, you can really get through that much easier when you don't have to wait for the cutscene to finish playing. It's almost like the cutscene being there eats into the timer. Like, I don't know, I just freaking hook shot. Like, I just hit them with the hook shot. Like, is there really something where you're supposed to, like, be using bombs instead? Okay. I don't know, that just seemed weird to me, because, like, you just grab them with the hook shot, and then you kill them. Like, am I supposed to use bombs? How, like, what does that even do if you use bombs? The idea of using bombs against those guys just seemed weird to me. Okay, I actually have to unequip the bunny hood or I will go too fast. There we go. Megaton hammer. It's a hammer! There's an anime called Scride. And one of the characters in that. So in Scride, for those who haven't seen it, that there was this like cataclysmic eruption that occurred in Japan one day, and like an entire like portion of Japan was separated from the rest of the mainland. And people born in this new land tend to have a well, not tend to, but have a chance of being born with an ability called Alter, which is it's just about what it sounds like, right? Like you can alter stuff around you. And so like they can like turn, like one thing into another. That they will like deal like big damage to like buildings or things, and in turn they'll be able to summon like a robot or like different weird like abilities and stuff. The door is hidden inside the statue at the entrance to this temple. But the Goron special crop won't work on it. Don't you have anything stronger? And so there's this guy. I don't remember the character's name. But there's a guy that has the ability to transform stuff into like these big like hammer weapons that he can use. And when he uses them, he shouts, "Hammer!" And I mean that's it. That's the whole thing. It's just he shouts "Hammer!" before smashing you with like gigantic fist size like hammers. And later in the anime, he gets like a robot thing. Like his altar advances to the point where it becomes like a big like robot like thing that goes around him. But again, the whole thing about it is still that it's freaking it's like big hammers, you know, and he smashes. Whee! I like how Miku falls so much slower. It's like, all right, you know. But yeah, I don't know. It's just he's a fun character, even if like that is his entire thing, is his hammer. Sprite is a weird anime, and not just like because of like the plot and things. Like the manga that it's based off of is probably one of the corniest like straight mangas, you know, like non-adult, you know, mangas. But the anime is the exact opposite of that. Like the anime goes out of its way to like avoid putting the like female characters in like you know, even in like revealing outfits. Like they try to avoid that, you know. But like the manga just straight up has like almost every female character almost just completely naked. Like 90% of the manga. And so it's like the weirdest like duality, you know? It's like, why is the anime like anti-horny when the manga is like super horny, you know? It's so weird. Like, I wish I kind of understood the development of it, so that like I knew like why that was the case. Because again, they couldn't possibly be more opposite in like how the characters are, like how the female characters are dressed at any time. I see, Big Brother Judy asked you to rescue me. I owe you big time. Please help Big Brother! Oh, so you don't even have anything important to say. Good. Glad I wasted my time saving you. Alright, Volvagia time. This is a really fun boss, in my opinion. You've got freaking Eastern style dragon. Just ignore that that there's an Ocarina of Time manga. Like, don't ignore the whole manga. Just ignore the chapter that Volvagia's in. Whoa. I'm having some weird bugs. Like, I'm having some weird graphic bugs. I wonder if after this playthrough I should consider updating. I don't know if it would be a good idea to update during the playthrough though. Bonk. Pop. That does way more damage, by the way. If you hit him, if you jump slash with the big Goron sword, that'll do way more damage. See, we're already on 4. Pow! Like, he would have had a whole nother phase if I had hit him with the Megaton hammer the whole way. But yeah, just ignore that the manga exists for this chapter. Because, the manga version is, well, it's confusing. Basically, in the manga, it decides that Volvagia is like a good dragon. And, like, Link and Volvagia were, like, friends when Link was a kid. However that works. No explanation, like, where the baby dragon that he befriends goes. Or when he went through that, like, friendship with the baby dragon. Thank you, sister. I really appreciate what you did. I thank you on behalf of the entire Goron race. You turned out to be a real woman, just as I thought you would be. By the way, I, the wild Darunia, turned out to be the great sage of fire. Also, look at how much different I look between the 3DS version and the original. Holy crap, that's kind of insane. Isn't that funny, sister? Well, this must be what they call destiny. Nothing has made me happier than helping you seal the evil here. Hey, sister, take this. This is a medallion that contains the power of the fire spirits and my friendship. Seriously, those are some wild differences. Like, look at those freaking pecs. Polygonal pecs. He's got some polygonal booby. Yay! Fire medallion! Wow. That is also incredible, the difference. Darunia awakens the sage and adds his power to yours. Don't forget. Don't forget. Now you and I are true siblings. Whoops. Where are you trying to go, kitty cat? Hang on. My controller's caught on something. Oh, I see. When my cat knocked over my controller, it went around my the armrest on my chair, and so it was wrapped around. Oh, boy, I sure love those hover boots. I think as Child Link, there might be something different here than those rupees. I don't remember. Because I remember a randomizer run where I had to, like, jump down there as Child Link to get something that wasn't there as Adult Link. So... That's funny. It switches to a different model when she puts the Master Sword in. Yay, I get to be on fire. I have no bugs. There definitely wouldn't be any bugs here. Oh, it's on this platform that there's something different, is what it is. Yeah, because there's nothing over there. This platform has stuff on it, though. Interesting. Very interesting. What? I've always had bugs in that slot. I don't know what you're talking about. Although, now I don't need the bugs. Because I only have one slot left, and that'll not until the Spirit Temple. No, not like that, Miku. Like that, Miku. Cool. My cat is lying on my lap. which is something she very rarely does. She's just not that big of a cuddler cat, you know? I don't have any problems with that. Like, to be fair, you know, I really don't have any issues with, you know, her like either cuddling or not cuddling, you know? Like, the main thing about my cat is that she is my cat, you know? That, you know, regardless of, you know, where things go, you know, she is she is mine and for me to take care of, you know? Whee! Like, that's really the important aspect of it. Double magic time! You know, I feed her, I play with her, I take care of her, all that. If I were to move out of this house, she would go with me. Welcome, Miku. I am the Great Fairy of Wisdom. I'm going to enhance your magic power. Receive it now. And there definitely is some hope that, you know, at some point in the future, magic power has been enhanced. Now you have twice as much magic power. When battle has made you weary, please come back to see me. But there's some hope of, like, you know, maybe me not continuing to live with the rest of the family, depending on how things go with certain things. The main thing is, like, I'm hoping that, like, I'll get to the point in streaming where, like, I'll be making enough money off of it to, like, live. $69. But it is, you know, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I don't know. You know? One can only hope, really. That said, I mean, you could, all of you could help. You know? A share of my videos to your friends. You know, to like other Discord servers. You know, social media. That kind of stuff would all be very helpful to me. You know? Yeah, Death Mountain complete. Online Ranch complete. Market is not complete because I think that counts. I think the market counts Ganon's castle as well. Also, I think there's a Skulltula back in the regular castle. There's still the one in Kakariko Village I can't get to. There are still more in Zora's domain somewhere. I guess I didn't get all those when I was there. Thought I did, but... There's also some in Hylia Lakeside that I can't get until after the Water Temple. And I think Kakariko Village counts the graveyard. And there's definitely some in the graveyard that I haven't had the chance to get yet. Which I suppose, you know, I could look at. I could look into. Like, I think there's one or two in the graveyard that you need the hook shot for. I don't fully recall, though. But also, I do believe that it counts the beans. Like, you know, the bean plants as well. So, I only just was able to get that earlier. I'm actually not seeing any Skulltulas on the walls here. So maybe I have gotten those already. It might only be the Skulltula on Impa's house then that I'm missing. Damn, boots look like they weigh a ton. Almost like you could go underwater. There is... Hang on. I don't think there's any Skulltulas, but there is a fire puzzle that I didn't do down here. I didn't have Din's fire at the time. Now, I guess the keys don't, like, regenerate. Bombs! Well, that was pointless. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any Skulltulas down here, though. I'm not seeing any immediately around here, so I think it's safe to assume that we've collected everything that's in the graveyard itself. Other than, like, the temple. You know? Other than, like, the Shadow Temple. Now, normally for this, you would need the long shot to have any chance of beating him before 1 minute runs up. But we have freaking Bunny Mask. We have Ship of Harkinian Bunny Mask. And Ship of Harkinian Bunny Mask, it has speed boost. That said, we made worse time than last time. What? Huh? What happened? I'm so confused. Like, why did I get... Freaking, why did I get dead? Like, huh? I'm so confused by that. I don't understand that at all. Well, we made better time than the previous, but still didn't beat our 43 seconds. Time of the race was 46. You're back, young lady. Was the present I gave to you fun and useful? Got a heart piece. I switched to Dompe voice, and I guess it freaked out my cat. Because she ran away. Like, immediately. Only open during the day. But why? You should operate 24/7. Why? Because I say so. You wanna play a game? Let's play with me. Alright. Now, this is the same mini game as the slingshot one, but normally it would be randomized. Oh my gosh, I did it first try. What the frick? I say like like sarcastic emotionally, even though like that actually was like shocking to me that I just like nailed the frick out of that. That was weird, man. I don't know why he was like able to do that one so easily. Okay. I mean, water temple, I guess. I don't really know of anything else to do. I mean, we've already done Ice Cavern. So I guess it's just off to the water temple now. That said, I don't know if it is a randomizer exclusive, but Chip of Harkidian actually adds a switch up there after you've finished the water temple to allow you to lower the water level again. Because there are some things that you need the like lower water level for. Sometimes, like in rando. Whoops. I mean, I could just turn on freaking Super Tunic since there's no difference between them. I was like, huh? Why did it not open? I think it just didn't play the cutscene, and so because it wasn't doing the cutscene, it didn't like... It was still going on cutscene like timer, So, are we gonna do 2 temples in one episode? Because, like, we just did the whole of the fire temple, didn't we? Like, in this very episode? So I guess now we're doing the water temple, so... I will say, this is a nice feature that Ship of Harkinian adds. The ability to equip and unequip the boots as if they are an item. This is not the right way. In fact, that is the end of the temple, if I remember right. So, it's the exact opposite of the right way. Ba 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 da ba. Game auto-saved. Oh no! It's her! Quick, kill it! Kill it with the hook shot! Kill it with the hook shot! Oh, you! If I'm right, Miku? You're Miku, aren't you? It's me, your fiancée, Rudo, Princess of the Zoras. Never forgot the vows we made to each other 7 years ago. You're a terrible woman to have kept me waiting for these 7 long years. But now is not the time to talk about love. I'm sure you've already seen it. Zora's domain, totally frozen. A young man named Sheik saved me from under the ice, while my father and the other Zoras have not yet. I want to save them all. I want to save Zora's domain. You have to help me. This is a request from me, the woman who is going to be your wife. Miku, you have to help me destroy the evil monster in the temple, okay? Inside the water temple, there are 3 places where you can change the water level. I'll lead the way. Follow me, quickly. I will say, this is another thing. That if they do an Ocarina of Time rebirth, you know, or remake, OOTR, you know, as the rumors claim they are doing. I still don't think there's any truth to that, like, at all, but that just seemed weird to me. Like, granted, Nintendo Switch 2, what is also a weird one. Like, I legit remember, like, everybody was being like, yes, the Nintendo Switch 2. And I'm like, you know that it's not going to be called that. You know? Like, I get why people are saying that, you know? Because, like, that's how it's always been, you know? The freaking, the Wii 2, the Wii U 2, you know? People always were just referring to it as, like, whatever the current console was, version 2, you know? I'm like, you know it's not going to be called the Switch 2. Like, one, that would be dumb. And 2, freaking, this is Nintendo. They've never done something like that. I was the one with egg on my face after that. Now announcing the Nintendo Switch 2. What? Like, you're actually doing a 2 system? Like, I would have thought, you know, if they were gonna keep the Nintendo Switch, like, labeling, maybe they call it the, like, Super Nintendo Switch. Or, you know, so, something like, you know, what they've done in the past. The Switch U, which would have been even more dumb, but still. But, like, them actually announcing it legitimately being called Switch 2, I was like, what the frick? I mean, it's great, you know? It's not as confusing as their other console names have been. I'm willing to admit, like, this actually tells you that it, like, it's a different system, you know? And it's not as stupid as Xbox freaking consoles. You know why they call it the Xbox 360? Because you turn 360 degrees and walk away. Serene, you realize that means that you walk towards it, right? Yes. I am aware that it's 360 degrees is a full circle. So you are technically walking towards it. But that's the joke. Also, I have a webcomic that me and a couple of friends worked on. And it actually has an Ocarina of Time reference in it. One of the characters, her name is Allison, or I should say their name is Allison. I have that problem constantly when I'm writing for them. Like, Allison is a non-binary character. Their pronouns are they, them. While, yes, I am part of the LGBT community, the they, them, you know, non-binary, concept, like, started when I was already, like, far into my 20s. Like, super far into my 20s. Like, I don't want to give an exact, like, age, because I don't know when, I don't know when, like, that became the, like, a normal thing that people were doing. I feel like I remember it was around, like, 10 or so years ago. But it's still something that I've had to learn. And yeah, I might be LGBT myself, but I don't actually know of anybody that goes by they and them. And so, while yes, I, you know, am inclusive and willing to, you know, accept those people, the problem comes that I've never actually had to use it beyond a single character in my webcomic that rarely appears. You know, that they are not a main character, they are a side character. And so it's not something that I deal with regularly. So I've never really had the ability to like get used to it. And I'm the type of person that like learns and gets used to things slowly to begin with. Like very slowly to begin with. So then like, you know, I really have not had the ability to get used to it. So then I just haven't gotten used to that. You know? Like, it takes me a long time to be able to learn something. You know, longer than most people. Let me guess. I can't reach you without the long shots. And yet, I'm probably never going to come back in here. I mean, I probably will. I do think I have to completely drain the water and then raise it again. Like, you do it in, you do one cycle of it, and then you get the long shot, and then I think you do another cycle of it. Basically. Like, if you're efficient, you know? But anyway, so like, I have, you know, I have my character, Allison, and they are, I don't know what the word for it is, but they have a prosthetic arm and a prosthetic leg. Unfortunately, I'm also not very familiar with the process of that, which makes, you know, me like writing that kind of a character like a little difficult. And also I worry, like, am I doing, you know, justice to that kind of character? Like, am I doing it right? You know, am I, you know, representing the troubles that they have correctly, you know? Because I want to, you know? I want to represent correctly. I just also don't know anybody who has any prosthetics. And my webcomic has never been popular enough that I can, like, you know, ask, hey, anybody know what this is like that I can, you know, talk to? And I've never been popular enough to, like, have anybody that follows me that's in that situation. Which becomes fairly clear when you... Did I miss a key already? Fucking... I hate this place so much. Like, I don't even know where I could have missed a key. I went literally everywhere. I even went to a couple of places that I would have missed normally. So, like, what the frick did I miss? I freaking hate this place. This is legitimately the worst designed dungeon in the game. Like, this is legitimately just poorly designed. Now, I do know where I missed it. Over here. Right there. Also, technically up here, because there's that hole right there. But usually you get that on your second cycle. Oh, hey. The water went down fast enough that I actually could have, like, utilized it. Or, like, rather, I went down fast enough that I could have, like, utilized. Yeah, I didn't clear this room, and there's gonna be a freaking chest in here for sure. Anyway, so like, there's a scene where she is streaming Ocarina of Time. Because she's a streamer. And it's really funny because the scene isn't like portrayed at all. But there's a slight Game Grumps reference in there. In that the hallway there that has the clam where like I started talking about this. Aaron kept dying like over and over in that area because he could not figure out how to get around the clam. And there's a point where Allison is like, you know, Allison has completed the water temple. And it's like, I can really see why this game is a classic. I can see why a lot of people like it. That part with the clam, though, like, what the hell was I supposed to do in that? I can't draw my weapon. Because, again, in the Game Grumps version, like, Aaron just could not deal with the clam. You know, would pull out the hook shot, shoot it and everything. You know, ends up missing. Freaking. And I just thought it was a fun little, like, thing that happened in the Game Grumps playthrough. That I was like, yeah, you know, I could definitely see somebody who only has, like, one actual working arm. At least that's what I assume. Like, she has a prosthetic, like, arm. But, like, I don't know how that works exactly. Like, I don't know how much, like, control you have, you know. I did look it up, you know. I tried to like kind of look it up and like get some info on it and things. And in the new version, which I've been just making a novel because nobody's been able to draw. Like, I can't draw, and neither of my friends that were drawing the comic are willing, well, I don't want to say willing, able right now to draw it. You know, my original artist, Ren, has just gotten so busy with life that, like, she and I barely even talk, let alone, you know, her having time to draw comic pages, you know? Because she's just busy with life, you know? And that's the thing, like, unless you, like, can turn your webcomics into a job, the sad reality is it's nearly impossible to, like, keep a webcomic going for any extended length of time. You know, that's why a lot of webcomics will say, like, hey, you know, you guys let me keep doing this. Because, like, if people don't read it, it doesn't make money. If it doesn't make money, you're literally not going to be able to keep doing it. Because you need an actual job that pays, you know. And I'm still a key short. I should have had one key at that point since I went and got that other one. And yet, if I hadn't gone and gotten that extra one, I would have been out of keys when I hit that. So I am still a key short somewhere and somehow. And I don't have the slightest clue where or how. Freaking, like, this is why I hate this dungeon. It's so poorly designed. Like, the raising and lowering of the water is a cool mechanic. The problem is it takes so long to do because you have to go to the specific spot, which is really difficult to get to sometimes. And then you have to play Zelda's Lullaby, which takes time. And then, like, it's gotta go through the Zelda's Lullaby cutscene after you played the song, because why the frick it needs to show you playing the song, I don't know. But it does. Oh. My reflection just disappeared. You come over here and Dark Link. That's not me. It's Dark Link, not Dark Miku. Oh my gosh, I have so much health too, I just realized. Like, this fight is gonna go on forever. Because I have so much health. It's okay, I have Big Goron Sword, which makes this way easier. Hey! That didn't... That really wasn't... that didn't take as long as I thought it would. Like, at all. So, that's good. Freaking Big Goron Sword, man. Just freaking stabby stabby. The entire thing, you know? Miku, be careful, don't get swallowed up by the vortexes. No, you think? No, I thought the vortexes were there for my health. I definitely had no inclination that giant vortexes that draw me down are a bad thing. That I should avoid them. Like this. It's okay. Had to use a little bit of floaty. But we made it, so I don't care. I'm dumping out the bugs, and yet, like, yeah. I was gonna say, one of two things is gonna happen. I'm gonna miss the ferry, or if I don't miss the ferry, freaking the next dungeon is gonna be the spirit temple. And I'm gonna be like, I should have kept the freaking bugs for that last Skulltula. Found a small key! I will say, this game is a lot better when you cut out like 90% of the cutscenes. That is not a good thing. However, having said that, I will say one thing that is going to upset many people. There really is no freaking story. Like the cutscene, like every time there's a point where there should be like a cutscene, and it like tells you, you know, something, and like, you know, gives you like the story. The cutscene is like freaking 5 freaking message boxes. And it's like, character interaction, plot. These are things that make video games, to me anyway. I was gonna say, you know, that these are the things that make video games good. But then I thought of a couple of my D&D players who, like, legitimately have flat out told me, like, video games and story are two things that should not, like, mix. I'm like, how do you tell story? Like, how do you have game and tell story without story? You know? Like, don't get me wrong, you know? Yeah, it works for, like, you know, like Mario, like a Mario game. You know, you don't really need a story in a Mario game. It's funny, bing, bing, wahoo, man. And he go, choop! And he's smushed to the Koopa. And everybody is happy because he's smushed to the Goomba. I think I said Koopa the first time. I meant to say Koopa. I meant to say Goomba. But, you know, like, you know, a platforming type game, right? You know, like, you don't necessarily need a story for that. But, like, an RPG, an adventure, like, how are you gonna tell that without a story? Like, how are you gonna do that without a story? You know? And, like, yeah, I get it, like, well, I kind of get it, like, and here's the thing, like, I get that, you know, ADHD makes you, like, you know, you want to go fast, right? Maybe I just have, like, a vastly milder version. Because to me, like, I don't want game to go fast. I don't want, like, story to go fast. You know, I want it to take its time. I want to, like, learn the characters. You know? So to me, like, you know, it's like, well, you know, ADHD. I'm like, but I have ADHD. And that's what confuses me, because, like, I have ADHD, but I'm the exact opposite when it comes to that sort of thing. Like, I legitimately think that games need story and cutscenes and, you know, periods where characters stop and talk so that you can learn about them and, like, get to know them and, like, you know, form bonds with them. And, yep, every time I'm a key short. I can go through the entire map and hit every single thing, and somehow I will always miss a key. It's so dumb. Like, I hate this dungeon so much. Like, that should be physically impossible. For me to literally go everywhere and be in every spot and still somehow freaking miss something. And, like, I don't even know where to look now. You know? Like, look at this. I have literally been everywhere. Like, where am I supposed to go? Like, I don't understand how something can be designed in such a way that you can go everywhere and do everything and still not freaking have the things that you need. It makes no sense to me. But like, again, you know, if like, you know, well, you don't need cutscenes. Like, if that's an ADHD thing, like, I have ADHD. But I think that games need that. If a game just glazes over entire NPCs, you know, entire characters, entire, like, plot points, and it's just like, oh yeah, that's a thing, and then you just moves on, like, what the frick? You know? You know, Saria's like, hey, unfortunately, it turns out I am a sage. And so, like, you know, I get that, you know, we like each other, but too bad. And Link's just like, okay. And that's the end. I'm like, huh? Like, there's an entire, like, story there, though. And you're just like, nah. Let's not, like, actually explore that story at all. You know? Like, that confuses me and bothers me. You know? Because it's like, hello? Like, you clearly set this up as a thing. But yet, you did nothing with it. Like, that's not how you write. Like, that's the... I mean, maybe it's a me thing. But where I come from, we call that bad writing. And, you know, to be clear, and I've had people say this, you know, like, it's one thing to leave a mystery. You know, you can have, you can leave mystery, you know, leave plot threads, you know, leave, you know, things, you can leave things untouched without it necessarily being bad writing. You know, and I will agree. Like, yeah. But character interaction. Just being ignored and left at the wayside. You know? Like that, you don't do that. That's bad writing. Now, before, you know, Ocarina stands, you know, start getting angry, like, I do understand this is a game that was made in 1998. There were a lot of limits back then to what they could put in. There very likely was, you know, limits on, like, how much text they could include, you know, and things like that. And, like, yeah, no, that's completely understandable. And, like, I'm not gonna fault the game for that necessarily. But what I will fault the writing for is putting in something that they can't deliver on. You know? Like, I'm perfectly okay with, you know, creating something that was simple because it needed to be simple, because there were limits on text and things like that. That is not what they did. Which, like, if an Ocarina of Time R were something to come out, like, I think that's something that an OOTR could really enhance. You know? Moments where the characters should be feeling things. And there should be these reactions going on. These are things that they could add to the game. And it would make the game all that much better. And, like, there is very clearly a strongly implied story here. With a lot of, like, twists and turns. And it's clear that a lot of it was simply that they just couldn't do as gigantic of a tale as they were trying to do. As somebody who sat down and created a novel version of Ocarina of Time, there were a lot of things when I was working on that I was like, oh, I can expand this here, I can expand that there. Like, there's a lot of things that can be expanded and, you know, like, worked over. God, this isn't normal water over there. You know? Like, you know, everybody goes, well, you know, Ganondorf's a great villain. I'm going, he has 3 cutscenes. The first one, when he's chasing Zelda and he's like, he's basically just like, tell me where they are. No? Okay. Then get out of my way. Boom. It's like, okay. That's not a lot of personality. You know? Which is fine. Sure, maybe a later cutscene adds something. Except that, like, the next cutscene that we see of him, he's like, haha, I knew that you had the key to the Sacred Realm. Now I can enter the Sacred Realm. You know, not to, you know, not to, like, beat a dead horse or anything. That's still not the idea I'm going. What? Here, I'll just say it. What is his motivation? Why does he want Hyrule? It's never stated. You know what game does? You know what Zelda game does? Give Ganondorf an incredible amount of personality? Wind Waker. If we assume that it's the same Ganondorf, which, you know, it does seem like it's meant to be, And thus his motivations that he outlines in that game are his motivations in this game. Yeah, that builds a great character. Except that that's in Wind Waker. That's not Ocarina of Time. None of that characterization is in Ocarina of Time. You can play Wind Waker and then apply it retroactively to Ocarina of Time. And you can then be like, oh yeah, look, I can actually understand what's going on, and I can see, his, like, goals and things. But that's retroactive. That's not in Ocarina of Time. That's not the Ocarina of Time Ganondorf. That's Wind Waker Ganondorf being applied to Ocarina Ganondorf. Because under those same, in the same way, you could instead apply Twilight Princess Ganondorf over Ocarina of Time. Twilight Princess Ganondorf just wanted to destroy everything, Miku. I would have expected no less from the woman I chose to be my wife. Zora's domain and its people will eventually return to their original state. Because, for some reason, they couldn't unfreeze Zora's domain as an adult. All of the other calamities end immediately when we kill the boss. Not Zora's domain. As a reward, I grant my eternal love to you. Well, that's what I want to say, but I don't think I can offer that now. I have to guard the water temple as the Sage of Water. And you're searching for the Princess Zelda? Ha! Can't hide anything from me. Princess Zelda, she's alive. I can sense it. So don't be discouraged. And tell that nothing will stop you in your quest for justice and peace. You must take this medallion. Take it respectfully. Right there, freaking, she loves you, but she has to be the Sage of Water, so she can't actually, move on those feelings. And so, see, Sheik, please give him my thanks, okay? I offer you my eternal love. But I can't do that, so, oh well. There's nothing there. Where's the conflict in that element, What was the point if there's nothing there? The water rises. The evil is vanishing from the lake. Miku, you did it. Yeah, also there's no switch, so that might be a randomizer only thing. Because it would have spawned in before this cutscene. Did Ruto want to thank me? I see. We have to return peace to Hyrule for her sake too, don't we? What is that line? Oh, yeah, I suppose, we also have to return peace to Hyrule for her sake. I mean, I'd really rather not. Expand on this. Look at that, Miku. Together, you and Princess Ruto destroyed the evil monster. Once again, the lake is filled with pure water. All is as it was here. So, like, is that implying that she doesn't like Ruto for some reason? Like, expand on these things. Like, either expand on them or don't put them in because there's no point. You know? Chekhov's gun. If you put a gun in a scene and you draw attention to it, the gun needs to be fired at some point. You don't put a gun in a scene and then nothing happens. You don't make a major emotional character arc and do nothing with it. These are the things that I point at when I say Ocarina of Time really didn't have a story. Because the amount of things that are in the game that they clearly wanted to build up as a story and then just disregard is staggering. And when I point out these things, what people respond with is usually, well, I remember it being bigger and more grand. And I'm like, you were probably like 10. Like, yeah, you had an imagination back then. These things didn't bother you at all because as soon as one line was dictated, you probably had a massive headcanon. And you've been using that headcanon as if it's, like, true for the whole game, like, probably for the majority of your life. Whoa, the moon moves weird. And it's fine to have those headcanons. I'm not saying that you can't. But you can't tell me that the game is amazing and has this grand story and all that when there's nothing there. When it's only your headcanon that allows that to be true. There's so little actual story here. There's so little that actually goes on in the game. There's so many times where something is brought up as if it is going to be a big deal later in the story, and it just gets dropped. And it's perfectly fine to say. When I was a kid, I had these headcanons, and that was what drew me to it, and I enjoyed the game tremendously because of all of the imagination I was able to put into it. It's 100% okay to do that, to say that, to think that, to view that. But that's not what the game is. The game doesn't do that. That's you doing that. Here's a song. He won't let me play a song for him. I think I have to go back into the past to get anything related to the I have to go back to the past to get anything related to the Scarecrow song. So iron boots. I need my iron boots. Because down here there is a crate. And can I even like you? Okay, yes I can. Because hey, because the hookshot was disabled above. Like when I was up here, out of the water. It was, the hookshot was disabled. So I was like confused there for a second. But I guess being underwater like changes that aspect. Like, Ocarina of Time is a good game. You know? I don't think there is a single Zelda game that I would legitimately say is bad. Granted, I haven't played all of the Zelda games. I used to be able to claim that I had, but I can't do that anymore because I have yet to... I don't have any, like, friends to play freaking Triforce Heroes with. So ever since that game came out, like, I haven't been able to claim it. And now Tears of the Kingdom has come out. Like, I haven't had a chance to play that yet. How many years has it been? 7? What have you been doing all this time? I'm my only customer. I'm almost out of business. Seriously. I thought my hair. I mean, never mind. Like, really? I'm the only customer that you ever had? For real? What do you think? Is there a Hylian Loach over here? I think there is, actually. I think I just saw it. Yeah, I think that is. I think that's a Hylian Loach right there. I don't know if it counts to get the golden scale. Oh my gosh, he's strong. As an adult. There it is. It's a strange fish you caught there. It weighs 32 pounds. What? Massive. Look at my fish. Wow, what a rare fish. Hylian Loach. Doesn't matter. I'll give you this prize. It's just 50 more rupees. And so he's going to release it. Well, there you go. I caught the Hylian Loach again. That time I caught a 32-pound chunker. Also, why can't I see this time? Like, I can't see into the water this time. It's like dark and murky for some reason. Is it just because it's late at night or something? This is a big fish. I mean, I did set the minimum weight thing. Maybe it actually worked this time. It's 6 pounds. That what? Huh? For that much fight, it was 6 pounds? Huh? Figured like that had to be like 10 at least. With how much of a struggle it was putting up. I literally can't even see the fish. Like, is it because it's nighttime? I don't remember it being this difficult to see into the water when it was nighttime before. It's even more difficult if I turn off the texture pack. Good lord. I just want my 13-pound fish so that I can get the gold scale. I really don't understand how the minimum fish size thing works. Maybe I need to turn it down. Maybe the idea is like the minimum size is like what you have to catch. Hey, it weighs 13 pounds. Like maybe I did it backwards. Like, if I had done it like this. 3 and 6. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's not setting the fish. It's setting, like, how big the fish has to be to get the reward. Whoa! This fish is huge. It's like a new record. It weighs at least 13 pounds. Seriously. Okay, here's your prize. 20 rupees. Huh? But my gold scale, though. Come on, you don't even have a fish. But my gold scale, though. I caught a freaking 13-pound fish. Where's my gold scale? And that happened too with the last one. With the child reward. Like, I caught like a really good fish, and it was like, here you go, rupees. That's a 4-pound fish. So even like with the setting on, that wouldn't be enough. But seriously, I cannot see a single fish in these waters. How did I catch a 13-pound fish and I didn't get the gold scale? Like, what? Like, that's the maximum size of fish. Isn't it? 13 pounds? I literally cannot see if they're where the fish even are. So like, I have no idea if a fish is even like coming. Oh my god, dude. Clean the freaking pond or something. Really? I can zoom out? How does that help me? There's a fish right there, but he's like... Not... There it goes. He was refusing to even, like, care. Although I'm not entirely sure, like, the left and, you know, like, pulling left and right thing. Not bad, but they're bigger out there. A freaking... Yes! I gave you a 13-pound fish! And you gave me rupees! Instead of the freaking gold scale that you're supposed to give me. Like, what the frick? Like, what do you want from me, game? Especially when I can't even freaking see into the water. Maybe it's just because it's nighttime. I'm gonna freaking go to daytime. Maybe that'll clear up the water or something. That did not help. At all. Correction. It did help. Slightly. But it's still, like, way darker. I'm just gonna say, I did not hold down an A just then. Like, I did not hold down an A to set the line there. I've never had to do that before. Like, legitimately. So are we just not biting then, or? Sure. No, that's perfectly fine. Just completely ignore everything. I gave him a 32-pound fish, followed up by a 13-pound fish, and he still refused to give me a gold scale. What is wrong with these fish? It's like, oh, I'll look at it. That's all I'm gonna do. He literally followed it the entire way. Like, what is your problem, fish? Like, how do I catch a freaking fish? Why do these fish not want to bite? But the freaking childlike ones, I couldn't freaking get them away from the lure. Also, once again, I did not push down an A. All I did was start hitting A the moment he bit it. There was no push downward. Okay, this fish better give me the freaking gold scale, because this guy is freaking, like, I'm making no progress. In fact, I'm making negative progress. Jeezum! 19 pounds. That isn't freaking enough. Nothing is. £19. Seriously. There's your freaking gold scale that I should have already given you. I don't know why I didn't give it to you last time. I absolutely should have given it to you to begin with. Also, freaking, I remember trying to do the stealing his hat thing. And, like, there's a wall here. Like, there's an invisible wall here. Like, I don't understand how to do this either, because, like, it doesn't... it doesn't work. I remember freaking fighting with this for like an hour. Okay, randomly, It went through the wall. Like, see that? Like, randomly, sometimes it goes through the wall. But other times, it just hits the invisible wall. And the thing about this is, like, I think in order to actually get his hat, you have to, like, actually land on his head. But it's like, how does one do that? Like, why did it go so much further? Like that, it just hits an invisible wall randomly. But sometimes it doesn't. Like, and now I'm hitting the wall again. I don't understand this at all either. Like, why did it hit the invisible wall that time? I don't even understand how the frick. Huh? Apparently there's just a no casting the fishing rod zone. Is it like hitting the ceiling? And that's like stopping it? Now that's definitely an invisible wall. Why did it go so far that time? But yet I cast it there and it freaking hits an invisible wall. Like, how far does this thing even freaking, like, cast? It's like, if I have to, like, actually cast it at, like, full length in order to freaking get to him and, like, have it land on his head. Like, that's ridiculous. Again, wall. Hit some kind of invisible wall. Nope. There's an invisible wall there. Even though there isn't sometimes. I don't understand this at all, man. Whatever. Bye-bye. I clearly can't do whatever glitch is involved in that, because clearly in order to do that, you have to glitch something. Because there's literally an invisible wall. So, like, you have to glitch through it somehow. And I was glitching through it randomly, but not with any level of, like, understanding or, like, precision. Or, like, hey, okay, if I do this, you know? Entirely just random. Alright, well, this episode has gone on a good length. We did all the fish things except for the hat. Yeah, I've done it one time before. I have no idea what is required to do it. I remember struggling with it before too. So clearly I just can't do it. Oh my gosh, it's so late. I needed to have ended this like an hour ago and I'm still going. So I'm gonna call it here. I hope you've all enjoyed. Frick. No point in me getting the gold scale if I'm not gonna freaking actually use it. I have literally only one purpose for the gold scale. I speed too much. Anyway, like I said, I hope you've enjoyed. Feel free to subscribe. You can check the playlist. That way you can see any of the other episodes. May not have noticed, but I've been watching you. You touched the bottom just now. Fantastic! I'll give this to you. Got a piece of heart. What does that put me at? Oh, it literally, I just got another heart out of that. Cool. Yeah. That leaves 8 more heart containers, I think. Or 8 more pieces of heart. Because 2 more bosses equals 2 more regular heart containers. So there's 8 of them out there somewhere. I don't know where. But I will find them one day, I'm sure. Well, actually, no, I do know where one is. Because it also... I stand corrected. No, you don't need the gold scale for the other one. Now that I think about it. I was going to say, there's 2 uses for the gold scale, but no, I just needed the iron boots for that one. I remember, yeah, I even said that last time. So, anyway, feel free to subscribe. Check the playlist for more episodes. Normally, I stream these live over at twitch.tv/SereneInc. But I can't do that right now because I have been moving. According to my calculations, I should be getting close to being done by the time this episode even airs, actually. So, 'cause like this is gonna air like late in the month, like super late. So like I might be close to getting done with the move. I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, regardless, I hope that you'll be interested in coming out next time. There's a gold Skulltula up here that I can get. I'm just going to go ahead and get that now. It's the one at Ganon's Castle. That is easiest to get with a long shot. What? What happened to Hyrule Castle? It's Ganon's Castle. I can't end the episode until I've gotten this Skulltula. So, otherwise I would just say bye, but since I decided to go get that, I couldn't end the episode until then, so. See you later!